Today I'm going to be playing EU4 as the Kingdom of Vijayanagar, a fairly powerful and major nation located in southern India and our second to last major nation ever in EU4 A to Z. Chances are if you've played in India, you have played as Vijayanagar because they are fairly easy and powerful and beginner friendly, and even if you haven't played as them, you've seen them or heard of them, with them being successful in most games in EU4. But what do we do as Vijayanagar? Well, considering the fact that they're our second to last major nation ever, we do need to do something grand and traditional as them. So, what we're gonna do for today's video is form Bharat and conquer the entirety of the Persia and Khorasan regions, the entire subcontinent of India, and the entire regions of Burma and Indochina, along with half of Malaya. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump in as our final nation in India in EU4 A to Z, Vijayanagar. Hey everyone, before this video begins, I just want to let you guys know that we are either currently live or about to go live on the Parabellum YouTube and Twitch channels with EU4 Hegemon Week 5 of the final season of EU4 Parabellum ever before the grand finale next week. You know it, you'll love it, so why not join us over there as we speak with all of your favorite competitors like Flory, Zlowick, The Student, Playmaker, Lemon Cake, and you, that's right, you, the audience, is participating for the first time, hosted by myself, Laith, and Midge as always. So if you haven't joined us so far, now is the time to hop in to catch up on everything before the grand finale next week. Links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. And listen, if you don't catch us live, if you're watching this video later, well, you can always still subscribe to those channels and watch the VODs or the edited videos that we put out after every live show. But join us, and keep in mind, finale is next week. Alright, here we are as Vijayanagar, ladies and gentlemen, a nation I've been looking forward to playing for a very, very long time. We do start off with the Nyankara system, Tier 1 government reform, plus 15% national manpower and plus 100% vassal force limit contribution, so we are going to be playing with subjects heavily this campaign. A fairly sizable mission tree right here, which guides you towards forming Bharat and stuff like that, which of course we're going to do later because it is very demanding. And Vijayanagari ideas are really good, starting off with plus 10% infantry combat ability and plus 1 possible advisors. Merc manpower plus 50% as a finisher, even though it's powerful, we don't really need it. Then we got global trade power, calf combat as well, stab discount, tolerance of heretics and heathens, prestige, a diplomat, and 5% discipline. And of course, because we are Hindu, we do have the deities available over here. So yeah, man, a pretty grand campaign right here in A to Z. We're gonna conquer everything from here down to here, and we're gonna be forming Bharat. So sit back and relax, ladies and gentlemen, because this is gonna be a long one. If you're wondering also why we're playing Vijayanagar instead of Venice, when Venice should have been first, it's because I recorded up to 1690 with my microphone muted. And I think I'm gonna re-record the whole thing. It took me like 12 hours, Jesus Christ. But yeah, Venice coming up soon. Let's do the whole setup. All right, complicated Indian estate setup done. Let's go ahead and choose our first deity, which I'm actually gonna go with Ganesha here first, because there are quite a lot of nations that we can diplo-vassalize right at the start, and we do want to get some of these guys that are north of us. Otherwise, aside from that, man, game plan is to take care of all of these guys down south, then go in for Bahmanis, our main rival in the early game, and then of course we'll continue expanding, hopefully in 3 different directions at the same time. Alright, working on diplo-vassalizations. Our first spy network has been built up on Misoria right here. They're allied to these guys who I don't really care about. So yeah, let's go in. First war is obviously, like I said, all of these small guys. Fairly simple war, and there we go, it's done. I should have spied on someone else during this war. I'm actually kind of stupid. Alright, next wartime, let's go ahead and declare on these north guys. Can we co-belligerent Madurai, which is the these guys down here, and then it's Cochin, which is those guys over there. Yeah, let's go. Okay, these wars are done, so let's go ahead and do that, and just 2 more guys left, and then we'll gather up manpower to fight Bahmanis. There's our next deck. As expected, fairly easy, so there we go, we've wrapped up all of the southern Indian nations, which was kinda, you know, our opener. Okay, let's gather up manpower. Bahmanis, as always, is allied only to Kote down here. We'll co-belligerent Kote as well, feed it to our subject Jaffna. We do start off with these guys as a subject. We also started off allied to Andhra, but I broke that. So yeah, well, pretty soon we'll be declaring on Bahmanis, I think probably when I get Mil 5 over 4. Okay, so Miltech 5 has been acquired, and also an alliance with Jaunpur has been acquired because they are willing to help versus Bahmanis. Obviously, I could take them down easily by myself, but it really doesn't matter. Why not make things easier, right? So, there we go. There's the deck on Bahmanis. We're doing a reconquest because we do have some cores over here. So let's just declare for Raichur. I'll call in Jaunpur, co-belligerent Kote. We'll feed Kote to the subject and take whatever we can from Bahmanis. We do need to get all of those cores back for us to get further claims. It's kind of hard to kickstart the Vij mission tree, not gonna lie, but no big deal. Let's go ahead and do just that. So yeah, this I'm anticipating, man, not a lot of pain. The biggest pain that can happen this campaign, realistically, is if we have a strong Ming that keeps its tributaries down here, or if we get I was gonna say powerful Timurids, but okay, they've lost everyone. Yeah, some shenanigans can happen here, but I'm anticipating a pretty smooth campaign in India. Okay, enough yapping. Let's do it. Okay, Kote is out. There's radical reforms just as the capital fort in Bidar falls. So that's awesome for the points right there. Let's get them back too because I need them. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first major war versus Bahmanis is done. I've gotten a core on this province as well during the war. That's nice. Too bad that I won't actually be getting it because it's kind of far away. But there we go. Let's take our cores back right here, man. It was a reconquest. Then I'm gonna take the stuff that I got claims on over here, the Andhra stuff. Let's gain a border with these guys over here. We're good. Now, there were actually some releasables, but no, Bijapur doesn't work because I'll pop them out a lot of my cores as well. Ahmednagar. Yeah, Ahmednagar is fairly large, so we'll take this province to release them from. Andhra, obviously, we can do, but we got their cores as well. Let's see, Golconda. Actually, yeah, I am going to release Golconda from here, which means we do not reconquer... we do not take that one, so I'll take that one. Okay, this is... I'll get back to you. Yeah, actually, this is what I'll do, man. So there we go. There's a major piece out on Bahmanis. We can take a mission, which is the Battle for Raichur. We gain some further claims up here. Now let's go ahead and release... Well, who did we say we were going to release? Ahmednagar and Telangana? No, it's Golconda. Okay. Ahmednagar, there it is. And Golconda, perfect. So we'll reconquer these cores and these cores. Very nice, very juicy. I love it. Okay, but now let's reduce war exhaustion once, core these up. I've already actually started deving the Renaissance in Vij. We do have Tech 4 in every category, so let's bump our capital. It is actually one of our cheaper provinces, man, funnily enough. So there we go. That is activated. I've expanded infrastructure. We're maxed out on every point. So yeah, let's just push here, man. There we go. It should be there shortly. And there it is. Nice. That's spread. Perfect. Also, tier 2 gov reform time, I'm actually gonna... Could we empower the polygars? It's always so tempting, man, because manpower is a bit of a struggle here at the start, but we got infantry combat from here. We could get more infantry combat from here, and of course I plan to open up with quality, so that's plus 30% infantry combat ability. Well, it's gonna be it in just a couple of years. So you know what? I'm actually gonna play well with manpower this campaign and not be, you know, not caring like I always do. So let's empower the polygars. But yeah, this is gonna be a vassal playthrough, man. We're already up to 4 of these guys. We got Jaffna, the 2 guys I just popped, Idar up here. Let's see if we can maybe go for someone else. I didn't manage to get one of those guys, but that's it for now, I guess. Alright, so everything we took from Bahmanis has been cored up. Orissa just ate them up, so now we can do a reconquest on them, and none of their allies want to help. Oh, this is good. We gotta go in immediately. Okay, this will be good because not a lot of people care we did this to Bahmanis. They are Shia. All of these Hindu guys don't care. We can take that as well, which is very useful. And actually, let's take Admin 5 right here. Get quality. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's 30% infantry combat ability in 1466. That's kind of nutty. Not gonna lie. Kind of nutty. Okay. Forts up, and there's an insta declaration on Orissa. Reconquest for Golconda. Yeah, even gonna call in Jaunpur, but that brings in Malwa, so let's actually call in Jaunpur next month after this alliance gets broken. And look, man, Bahmanis has been left in only 3 provinces. Now that's a juicy reconquest, man. Oh my god. Imagine you were someone else and you do this. And that's a very simple war done. Let's transfer all of this right here to our subject Golconda. These are all of their cores. Perfect. So we're going to give all of that to them. And then we're actually once again taking 100% war score, man. And it isn't even that bad aggressive expansion-wise. A coalition obviously is not going to form. So there we go. We're actually already looking fairly big. And AE is not a problem. Okay, more reconquest can be done with Gujarat. Jaunpur won't help. Even if they are, I'll curry favors and make them not join. So not a problem. Or do I go in instantly here? They're allied to Sind. Problem is really manpower, boys. Let's be patient, though. I say patience. And boys, let me tell you, man, if you think Vij is strong, they're even stronger in EU5, man. Even more powerful. They start off in a weaker position, but they're stronger. If you guys want to pre-order, by the way, pre-order EU5, go on the Paradox website, use code TheRedHawk in all caps, all capital letters. I get a little cut of that. It helps support the channel, and, you know, if pre-orders are your thing. If not, you can wait for it to come out or whatever, but still remember to use the code, though. All right, another nation diplo-vassalized, some Orissa remnants because Bengal ate them up. I've started actually bordering with Jaunpur up here, which is but we'll see. There's Ratanpur diplo-vassalized. Yeah, up to about 6 subjects right now. Let's check GovCap. Yeah, I was gonna say let's start annexing like Jaffna and Golconda and stuff like that, but GovCap is a problem, and it is gonna be a problem. Oh, actually, all of these guys are loyal. Wait. Let's summon the Diet, give them even more loyalty. Then I'll seize land, so we got a little bit of land back, and then I'll actually give the Vaishas land rights. Right, also new Jain loans. I have put down a couple of buildings already, man. As you can see, I got a couple of marketplaces down. I didn't build all of these, actually. I only built these right here, and I got a church down. But let's continue with marketplaces. Chaul, that is a center of trade. Then a North something, center of trade. There's so many centers of trade down here. Madurai. Yes, it is. Calicut. Yes, it is. Kannur. Yes, it is. Bijapur. Yes, it is. I guess that's it for now. Church time. Workshop, not time. Actually, Jaunpur and Gujarat aren't allied anymore. Now they're allied to Bengal, which is actually worse. So there aren't really a lot of options here. Yeah, it's... We could do the Maldives. I mean... They're not really a part of the goal, but I might as well get them out of the way, right? Go for the Maldives, and then, like, if someone colonizes that. I really want it to stop, like, right here in Singapore, man. I don't want to cross over into Java and whatnot. And the Maldives are kind of like, whatever. Let's wait. Well, actually, there's a way. If we fight Bahmanis, we'll fight Gujarat without bringing in Bengal. I can just make them end that alliance, but... Okay, outside from India, man, which is pretty standard right here, these guys have already consolidated. We don't see, like, a major power forming in Southeast Asia or in Persia, which is good. Also, man, I got this 456 guy right here who's a bold leader and strict. Really, really good. Air is not good, though. I don't like the 161. Let's eat the prestige penalty, man. All right, so I annexed Jaffna. Jaunpur is willing to help versus Gujarat here, man, and they're only allied to Bengal, which isn't that strong. We do outnumber them quite a lot. Let's take them down early while we can. So we're doing a reconquest for Thana, which is an Ahmednagar core. Let's go in. Do we co-belligerent Bengal? Hell no. See, when I was talking about pain earlier, I meant something like this. This literally just happened during this war. Bengal has allied Ming. Ming does appear fairly stable, even though we got a massive war up here apparently. Does appear fairly stable because they've already passed 2 reforms, which are, you know, their most turbulent ones, and they haven't blown up. So for the next blowing up, we're gonna have to wait, I think. Well, they are low on manpower and stuff like that, but if they don't blow up now, I think there's another chance at the beginning of the Age of Reformation when they get those other disasters. But we'll see, man. They still got, like, most of their tributaries. In fact, Oirat is a tributary as well. Only Ayutthaya has stopped, which they usually do at the start. War is taking quite a while. Peace out Bengal. Jaunpur is also out, funnily enough. Second idea group time. Do we max combat ability? Do I go innovative for 45% combat ability? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. If we're doing all this subject stuff, I guess it makes sense to go influence, right? So quality influence. What's the income from vassals and diplo annex cost? I mean, we do got like 5 of them right now. Most of them are small. Who else could we get? We're definitely going to get Punjab up here. Mewar is a possibility. I think they should still have quite a few cores. So yeah, we could go for Mewar. Yeah, honestly, they're kinda meant to be played subject-heavy Vig, so why not? Why not influence? Is this the best for a massive blobbing campaign like this? No, of course not. I'd go Diplo-admin if that was the case, but yeah. Alright, so war with Gujarat is pretty much done. They've been decked on by Bahmanis and Malwa here, so let's give the cores back to our subject Ahmednagar right here. Not a lot of aggressive expansion at all, and then we'll take whatever we can take, man, which is apparently this. That is actually quite a lot of aggressive expansion, so let's not do that. Perhaps let's chill more and do this, just so we can do more wars. Okay, but I'm very satisfied with that. Okay, third Gov reform time, we're gonna go representatives of the crown right here. Heavy vassal playthrough, obviously. Oh my god, Mewar would accept being diplo-vassalized. Awesome. There's Mewar. Excellent. Look at this reconquest on Malwa. Alright, working on vassalizing Kuch and Porbandar, which got released from Gujarat over here. Let's actually annex Garjat right here, who takes up a slot and is only one province. And Ratanpur. Wrap on quality. Quality is awesome, man, because we got infantry combat, cav combat, and discipline. This is more infantry combat, more cav combat, and more discipline. So our army is freaking stacked. What's the third one? We should only have 20%. What's the finest of horses? Is it... Yeah, it's the Marathas being loyal. Look at this, man. God damn. I forget. I always forget how powerful Vij's military can actually be, man. And this isn't even half of it, yo. Alright, there's Jungar vassalized and Ratanpur Diplo annexed. So we're still sitting pretty on 6 vassals. Not even over force limit. Some minor guys keep getting released right here. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, Jaunpur, excuse me. Excuse me, would you be willing to return a core province to my boy? And then 2 more? Of course you would. Thank you so much. And there's all 3 cores back to Mewar, man. Diplomatically. Perfect. So, aggressive expansion now actually is non-existent. Oh my god. Let's wipe out Orissa. And Bahmanis, or actually Bahmanis is guaranteed by Malwa, so we'll fight Malwa first. Yeah, let's wipe out Orissa here. In fact, I'll spy up on them now. And then, do we border someone else right here? That's Politana. I don't want to really want to waste a slot on them, or Jalavad, or either is actually already a vassal, but we got to get through Malwa to get to them. And we'll do a reconquest on Malwa. So yeah, Orissa and then Malwa, I think. Right, I've unlocked this, which is important. Right, there's Orissa. Orissa gone. Alright, helped Jaunpur in a certain war up here. In the meantime, I've picked up a couple of more vassals. I said, frick it, why not? Because I unlocked more slots, but we're still over, but no big deal. So now we're at 9 subjects. GovCap is decent as well. After I built up a couple of courthouses, I will continue to build more. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to hit Malwa over here because Jaunpur is willing to help, and we're going full reconquest on Mewar's cores. It'll be annoying to peace out Bengal once again, but yeah, let's do it. The funniest thing is I haven't been able to do this mission up here because I've never fought 3 countries at the same time. And if I have, I've annexed them. So it's even the big wars, it's just 2 guys, man. I can't do spoils of war, and I can't do the trade guilds either. Oh my god, I just wiped 30k Bengal, guys. Look, this was a wipe. 26k, sorry. And we're same tech. And I wiped them with same tech. Jesus, we're strong. And that's a wrap on Malwa. So yeah, there's all of the Mewar cores back to them, as far as I can tell. Yep, that's it. And now we want to get connected to our subjects over on the west side. So I'll do that, and then let's do... yeah, let's do that. I'm actually pretty satisfied with that, and some money. Cool. Okay. Yeah, we're looking fairly big, boys. Only 1502. Really not that bad. Pretty soon we'll get into Persia too. Baluchistan, as we all know, is usually easy. I know I'm going more this way, and I should really hit Bengal directly, but it's just because they had alliances. I just made them end the alliance with Chagatai and Ming. So if we can, we will do that. But what is this? Of course. There's a mission. Oh, Tamil trade guilds, finally. Yeah, permaclaim on Mysore. So now we gain some more claims. We got Andhra 2. We got restored rule over there. More claims. Integrate Jaffna. Conquer Lanka. Now South Indian trade. Province has level 3 center of trade. Tondai Nadu. Which one is that? What the hell is Tondai Nadu? Oh, that one right there. Okay, so we need to make this a level 3 center of trade. Why, though? Why that one specifically? I guess we'll do it. Yeah, we have to do it, kinda. So I guess we do need to dev up this province because it does need to be 25 dev for to do that. So, I mean, we can do it. We got the points. No need to rush, of course. We could start running a second army. The problem is no manpower, but yeah, I'm gonna try. Oh, the problem with manpower in India, man, is there's just not that many what you call it green provinces, right? I'm building barracks in provinces that's gonna give me 13 manpower, bro. That's how far it is. So yeah, that's really the problem here. But let's go ahead and declare on Bahmanis, man. Full annex them, obviously, and we'll also reset our truce with Malwa and make them end the alliance with Bengal. Let's call on Jampur. Also, if you didn't notice, I annexed whoever was here. I think I said it, Golconda. For tier 4, we're gonna expand temple rights. Alright, made Malwa end the alliance with Bengal, so now Bengal is allyless. Prime time to hit them as soon as I build up a spy network on them. There's the peace out on Bahmanis. And there we go, our early game main rival no longer exists. Okay, Bengal is next. Now there's a mission, advance to Kalyana, sorry, and so we can move our capital to Bidar, which is the former Bahmani capital. It's 15 dev, nah. And Vijayanagar is 38. The City of Victory will remain our capital. Also, I don't want to have to move my trade node back to Coromandel, my main trade node. Alright, got a claim on Bengal, but that's all I need. We can do a reconquest as well, but it really doesn't matter. And they've allied Malak. Who cares? I have to fight them. I'm sorry, but I have to fight them. I think it's a pretty much a wrap with Bengal for now, so let's make them give this score back to Jharkhand right here. Can anyone big be released here? No, I don't think so. So, yeah, let's just take stuff over here, man. We don't want to go too aggro over here because it'll slow us down with other people, so it's gonna take quite a lot of wars to chop down Bengal. I'm willing to accept that. We're still in the age of discovery, boys. I mean, where are we rushing, man? I gotta say, this is decent expansion up until now. Let's check the Bharat stuff right here. So yeah, there's still so many stuff we gotta own up north. And this is like some of the most dev provinces up here. Okay, I don't know, Gujarat or something, or Malwa. Yeah, that's what we do next. Either way, it's deving colonialism time. I did take Tech 9, Admin and Mill by mistake. So yeah, let's find our cheapest province here, man, which is gonna be Mudgal, which I think is right next to our capital. Yes, it is. So yeah, that's where we're gonna dev colonialism in Mudgal. Let's do it. There it is. Used up exactly all of my points, but perfect. It's there. Meanwhile, economy is pretty banging, man. Pretty banging. At this point, I'm actually gonna go ahead and take new Jain loans so we can upgrade this to a level 3 center. How do we already have colonialism there? Why is it spreading there? I guess centers of trade. But what I'm actually gonna do with this money, man, is upgrade this to a level 3 center of trade. So there we go. There's that mission right there, South Indian trade. Diplo points and local trade power. And now, yeah, we need to invade Maharashtra, then the City of Victory. Very nice. Yeah, still no war reps, bro. Still no war reps. Should have gotten them from Bengal and Malwa, but I had to actually siege Malwa for that, which I didn't do. But yeah, progress is continuing on the workshops as well, man. I'm spamming them up. Yo, Bengal is actually getting messed up by Prom, dude. Wait, did these guys go bankrupt? They probably did, didn't they? I mean, cool. Alright, let's continue with our wars by fighting Malwa. Bengal won't help them because, yes, they are bankrupt. They did lose to Prom. Only thing is, Prom isn't smart enough to wait for the provinces to core up, so they only took 2 provinces. Jampur doesn't want to help. Fighting in another war? Oh, that's that Sindh stuff, which means it's easy to peace out Sindh, so let's go in solo. Oh, that's a super simple war done. So I'll give this northern province over here over to Mewar, then I'll take the 2 things I got claims on. And then let's do like that, maybe. We can probably do more, could we? They're like one of the last Hindu nations we're fighting, right? So it really shouldn't be that bad, but Gujarat's mad, Bengal's mad, Delhi could get mad. Yeah, we're taking it slow. Okay, war reps. Yeah, just that. Annex these guys here earlier, way earlier. I guess you guys noticed that already. Invade Maharashtra, calf combat for 20 years. And there's City of Victory. The government rank of Vij changes to Empire. Very nice, dude. And we gain some further claims up here, which we'll soon conquer. There's Conquer Orissa, so further claims even over here. Yeah, all of this takes us that way. And this actually takes us this way, which we don't care about. Okay, this mission tree isn't that big, man. Of course, Empire rank does help a lot with GovCap. Yeah. Currently, we're the #1 great power. There's a diplo-vassalization on Multan. They have quite a lot of cores right here. They kind of replace Punjab as a vassal, let's be real, because a lot of them overlap, so cool. Third idea group time. We're gonna pick up another mill idea group here. Now, quantity is obviously super tempting here, boys, because our army is just... Well, we don't gain that much manpower, right? Now I've been farming it, so we're kind of good, but I don't know. I feel like I want to keep buffing the quality of our army. It's got to be offensive, right? Because of the discipline and siege ability and stuff like that, and the generals. But if I'm being honest, for some reason, man, defensive is calling out to me. All right, let's go in on Baluchistan, Gujarat here and full annex them. In the same war, I'm gonna make Chagatai end the alliance with Bengal. Okay, Chagatai's out. There's Baluchistan with war reps, and finally, we can do spoils of war and develop the capital. There we go. Very nice. Yeah, let's just siege this. All right, that gets transferred over to Mewar, and that's a full annex on Gujarat. Okay, annex the 2 OPM vassals I had over here. There's tier 5. We got the Maratha army, reinforced speed, and the Marathas and stuff like that. Yeah, but it's not like the units, is it? It's not the units. Okay, so defensive, yeah, fort defense, sustained discipline is good. Military engineering, yeah, supply limit I need. And attrition is good too. I'm actually gonna go with this. Alrighty, well, with that done, let's go in on Bengal again. We got I got a core on this. And on this that I gave to Mewar. I love that you get random cores, and this is, I guess maybe it's heightened in India, but I have been getting cores in almost every war with big guys I've done, so... But we're not doing that, we're just going for a regular conquest on the Bengal Delta. See, look, dude, another core, man, on Nadia. I just got it. It's crazy. I love it. I think... Yeah, that's the peace deal, honestly. Okay, these are like really high def provinces that we just took, so yeah, there we go. Another war with Bengal done, and unfortunately that I don't think leads us down any other branch, right? Divert, yeah, just trade stuff. And then it's more conquest? Wait, where is that? In the central Tenasserim area. Where the hell is that? Oh, it's down here. Okay. Annexed Idar and diplo-vassalized the Jumla and Kathmandu here. Malwa should be next, so... I guess that's a way to reset our truce with Bengal. What about Sindh? Oh, well, actually, their alliance situation is pretty good. Fight Malwa. Make Sindh end alliances. Yeah. Ming blew up. Yep. That's a simple war right there, folks. Simple war, man. Okay, so... let's see. Half of it, or not half, but like... 2 provinces are occupied by Jaunpur, so maybe we do something like this, and we'll finish them off later. Annexed Jungar. Okay, now, truce with Sindh is up. Let's reconquer this Multan core, but also take some more stuff. Okay, let's see what we can do with Sindh here. So, we definitely want to do that. And then... Okay, not full annexable like this, with this CB, but... let's just do half, man. Let's just do the stuff that's in India. Yeah. This is what East Asia is looking like. Interesting. Oirat is gone. Oh my god! That is the biggest Caradel I've ever seen. Yo. Gotta accept. Well, actually, I didn't have to accept, but... Alright, so I annexed whoever was here, I forgot, and I've diplo-vassalized Limbuan, Kachar, and Tripura as well, various nations that popped out of Bengal after Jaunpur fought Bengal, so that's cool. We definitely need to start chopping down Delhi boys, so let's go ahead and get into that. We're gonna do a reconquest for Multan's cores. They're allied to Khorasan, Fars, and Sindh, which shouldn't be too annoying. War is going great, man. I'm having so much fun with our super powerful armies. We got even more like vassal stuff over here technically, but I'm gonna go with this for now, then we're gonna swap to Royal Decree. Alright, that's all of Multan's cores back to them, and then I'll take Max. There we go. Let's also wipe out Malwa before they join a coalition or something. Cool. Done with Malwa as well. There's a full annex. But yeah, now our expansion opportunities are tightening, man, because on this side, it's really only Bengal until we push through them and get to all of these guys. Meanwhile, Bengal is guaranteed by Jaunpur, so I'll have to break that alliance sooner or later, but I think I keep them around until I finish my next war with Delhi, and then we'll get rid of them. Alright, Mewar has been annexed, which means we can dev up their gold mine, you know, not that we need... the extra income, we're already fairly rich, man. But yeah, why not? And our only valid rival is the Ottomans, who is our endgame boss, because they do own provinces in Persia. Oh, we finally see Europe. Egypt? Okay, what else is weird? Nothing really. Yeah, over in Southeast Asia, though, Ayutthaya is pretty powerful with a couple of tributaries. They haven't expanded that much, but, you know, they're fairly strong. I wonder if we trade company this, man. Not talking about the trade nodes, which kinda, you know, correspond to Burma and Siam. I'm talking about, like, Burma, Indochina, and Malaya. Probably yes, right? Because I do want to pick up trade. So that's gonna give us 2 more merchants. Unless, yeah, and another with defensive, so 3 more merchants. Which we want, yeah, we want 2 more for India, and then 3 more merchants. They could be for down here. Remove our main trade node to Gujarat, right? And then, of course, later we could move it further on down to Persia. So yeah, I kind of do want to trade company stuff here. And it's also a different religion. Not that we're not converting, it's just super slow. So might as well not get any penalties from that. Meanwhile, just picking up more vassals over here, man. Got Sadia and Gorkha. We're points maxing anyway, man. I know this is like sub-efficient or whatever, but yeah. Okay, truce with Delhi is up. Time to declare on them, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna call in Jaunpur. The main goal of this war, however, is to declare on Bengal without getting Jaunpur in, because they do guarantee them. So this is kinda a phony war, but we will actually end up taking land. All right, there's the deck on Bengal, which we can actually also call Jaunpur in. We'll peace out on Manipur. All right, over on this side, done with Bengal. So let's see what we can do, man. Is this possible? It's not possible to full annex them, damn. Well, I guess we can just leave them alive in these 2 provinces. No one else can fight them. It is a ton of aggressive expansion, but who cares? We're almost done with India, and that really didn't bother anyone in Burma or Indochina. So I was chilling in this war at 100% until we cored up the Bengal provinces. Now we did aggressive expansion. Really only Delhi and, you know, these guys over here are mad. At Jaunpur, of course, will turn mad after I break the alliance. So we are going to have to juggle 3, well, actually 2, because Bengal is, you know, non-existent, but peace deals, I guess, or something like that. So there we go. We've gotten another core over there. Just noticed it now. Let's, how do we do this? Basically, I want to take, yeah, I mean, I guess this. Yeah. And there we go. Jaunpur started hating me. Tibet formed. Who can I link up with here, man? Obviously not Russia, since they're going to be in debt all the time. Shun does seem decently powerful, honestly. I think I'm going to link up with Shun. Someone else? Commonwealth? Alright, but now with that, man, and with these guys over here being so angry, we do have to start juggling between, you know, the Sunni and the Theravada guys. So it's complicated here, man. Kale is a tributary of Ava, and they're allied to Ayutthaya. Rome is a tributary of Ayutthaya. Mengquang, I guess, would be the easiest one to push into, but we don't have a claim. Let's, maybe tell Sadia to spy on them. Actually, man, with 30% Cav combat, we should be running heavier Cav armies. Let's, yeah. Now, the only thing we're gonna lose when we form Bharat is actually the infantry combat. Cav combat goes up to 15%, and we gain 10% artillery combat, so it'll be 20, 35, 20, which is still really good. It's them elephants, you know what I'm saying? Really? Delhi got the elephants event? God damn it. Oh, I think the event is when an Indian nation fights a European capital nation? Ottomans are pushing hard over here, though. Who do they hit? They declare on Fars. How? You're not even connected, bro. Alright, so it's time for our tier 7 gov reform time, meritocratic as always, and I'm gonna declare on Bengal. Truce with them is up. They're allied to this. Well, actually, this Chagatai isn't that annoying, is it? Yeah, gonna call in Shun either way. It's just 2 provinces, man, and we can make Chagatai end the alliance with Delhi or something. And yes, you might have noticed that I built up 2 more armies, so now we're really banging, you know, army size-wise. I was just not doing this earlier because I really wanted to get the manpower generation up. It's still pretty sucky, as you guys can see, only 959 a month, but boys, I already showed you the trades goods, man. It's, you know, and we still haven't unlocked soldier households. Oh, by the way, already started establishing trade companies here. I only got 1 province, but we do have a trade company, the Burma one or whatever. It's actually technically in Bengal, but I'm doing it region-wise, not trade node-wise. All right, well, Bengal's done. We pretty much have this entire region of India. Now, before we start pushing into Burma over here, I think we start juggling Delhi and Jaunpur, man. Don't have a well, actually, they're fighting each other. Okay, this would be a stupid time to declare them. But yeah, if we fight Jaunpur once, we can form Bharat, man. Actually, we need to annex Multan for that as well. The reason I've stopped annexing vassals is because we're getting, you know, dangerous with Gulf Cap again, but we gotta start pushing in here. So here's a needlessly large war, just for Mongkwang. Alright, we're done here. So there we go. Finally, our real push into Burma has started. There's admin 14, admin 15, Diplo 13, Diplo 14, 15, 15, 16. Yeah, it's cheap when you save up. By the way, I got it by buying knowledge from Russia. Goddamn, I just embraced the printing press and there's global trade. Just goes to show how late I was on that one. Oh, Evangelical Union. Damn, that's late. What the hell? That's really late. Alright, so Jaunpur has wrapped it up with Delhi. I think we actually go in on Delhi, full annex them, and then go with Jaunpur. Yeah, they should be full annexable here, man. Yeah, as you can see, I've annexed everyone here that was in the border regions. Now I'm fortifying, like, India proper and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's gonna be Delhi, Jaunpur, and then we go back here. Yeah, still so much to conquer, man. This would normally be a grand campaign, but, you know, Venice and Vij, like I said in the intro, man, are the last two big nations in EU4. I'm doing the Roman Empire as Venice. Once again, a reminder that I recorded 12 hours and got till the 1690s with my mic muted. I was actually well on my way, man. I had like all of this right here done, pushing into South Germany as well. I was just about to, you know, start pushing really into France because they were my long-term ally. The only thing that was left was like France, you know, the part of the Low Countries that we need. It's pretty much like this was what I was missing. But yeah, I'm gonna re-record it, not doing a voiceover. Oh well. Oh, we're pretty close to absolutism, and we're gonna need it. I should start taking away privileges. So there goes Brahmin's education. Let's get rid of Brahmin's leadership as well. I really don't want to get these guys that mad because I like the calf combat, but we can take away giant clerical class. We don't want to take away land rights just yet. Let's take away prestige, mill advisor. Yeah, that's all I can do for now. Our max absolutism is gonna suck. Oh, this is a Diplo guy, right? Our max absolutism is only gonna be like 40, man, because these, they cost a lot of absolutism. I just accepted a royal marriage from Shu, thinking it was Shun. Alrighty, let's hit Delhi. Well, that was easy. Yeah, full annex on these guys, that's what we need. Alright, now let's core these provinces up and we'll hit Jaunpur because we want to, control them with a truce. So, you know, no one coalitions us, and then we'll get into it, you know, back down here again. Alright, just got admin 17, so we got some more gov cap. I've started annexing Multan because they own a province that we need to form Bharat, and then we'll also be taking Central Doab and this province as well. And as soon as we wrap up our, you know, first war with Jaunpur, we will be forming Bharat, which is awesome. Is there something else we need to do right here? No, it's just Orissa. Yeah, that's because, okay, center of trade increase, but we don't really care about that. 60%, but there is a merchant in there. Let's protect trade. See if I can get it up to 60 like that. Well, apparently yes. So there we go. The centers of trade in something, Kote and Trincomalee. I don't know where they are, but sure. Nothing went up to 3. I don't think any of these missions level it up to 3. Alright, you guys didn't see the declaration because I clicked start streaming instead of start recording, but war with Jaunpur is done. The things we want to take right here for the formation of Bharat is essentially, yeah, the 2 highlighted ones. So this is #1 priority. Now, some of my boys do got cores, so let's make them give that back. What the hell is so expensive? Oh, it's not a reconquest. Whatever, then. I'll give them back later. God damn, man. Okay, so we'll do that, and then I'll just take, like, whatever I can, which is this. There we go. Okay, so now because of the amount of land that we're taking from the Sunni guys over here, we gotta be really careful and juggle the truce. So as soon as our truce with Jaunpur is up, we gotta hit them again. Until then, man, I'm gonna focus down here a little bit. We might be able to find someone to diplo-vassalize, no matter how small they are, and we'll go for, like, you know, Prom, Kale, Avak, Sipa, the big guys we can't vassalize. Alright, just got Kale and Mung Pai as well. Took away, religious diplomats and increased levies. So max absolutism is 43. I got 2 just from strengthening government. There we go. We can do that. Maybe, yeah, lowering autonomy. Okay, this is actually good. This will help quite a lot. There we go, we're up to 7. Anything else? At least not for now. We can... that's way too expensive to harsh treatment, man. There we go, we can do that, though. That's more worth it. Perfect. So, yeah, we'll be slowly getting it up. At this point, I'm actually also going to swap to Real Decree, so that's going to gain it up a little bit. We do have quite a few things over here, so not bad. Yeah, we don't need that much absolutism, but it's going to be helpful versus, like, Transoxiana or Ayutthaya or someone like that, right? And now that we've cored up the provinces we took from Jaunpur, ladies and gentlemen, we can officially accomplish one of our goals and form Bharat. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have formed India. Obviously, Bharat is the version for Hindu, Sikh, or Buddhist. Hindustan is the Muslim version. And just like that, you know, we will take new traditions and ambitions. Here they are, man. Bharati ideas. Stab discount, state maintenance, years of separatism is actually a really powerful modifier for what we're doing. Calf combat 50%, 15%, 2 promoted cultures, tech discount, discipline, tolerance of the true faith, admin efficiency, and artillery combat. So yeah, this has changed over here, but no big deal because the conquest modifiers like years of separatism and admin efficiency are way more important than combat abilities right now. So yeah, here's the short but sweet Bharat slash Hindustan mission tree, man. Prestige and army tradition. There we go. Some loyalty, mercantilism, perma-claim on Malaya. I don't even want all of Malaya. I just want the peninsula. Unite Bengal. Perma-claim on Burma. Actually very helpful. Actually very helpful. We don't have everything in Hindustan or West India. How'd that get there? But yeah, we'll do everything soon. I lost the diplomat from that. What about the gov reforms? Are they still the same? We're still in Ayankara. Empower the... Yeah, everything else is still the same. Wait, why isn't expand temple rights giving me anything? What the hell? Is that just a visual bug? Let's hope not. Okay, there we go. Huh. Does that not work? Okay, it should be in a province I have a church in. Okay, it does work. Well, with that, I guess we go in on Sipa. We're in that phase where wars are starting to get annoying because of the forts, man. But something else I'm not looking forward to is the aggressive expansion in Southeast Asia, which is absolutely horrendous. Look at what happens if I full annex Sipa, bruh. Like, how devved are their provinces? Well, actually, they're pretty decently devved. Not full annexing them? Look, even... nothing changes, dude. Look, one province is like 34 aggressive expansion, bro. You gotta be kidding. 2 provinces, I mean. This is, you know what? I don't care at this point. Who cares? Okay, let's just keep an eye out on Jaunpur here. All right, upgraded some monuments, and now I got, what you call it, man? Some extra merchants. We definitely want to transfer with that guy. We already got a guy in Burma. Right, that's right. Siam is before, it's not into Burma, it's into Malacca, so we got the guys here. I still haven't moved my main trade node over to Gujarat. I don't have enough control. I need to expand this way more, so we just sent one guy there. I guess the other guy has to go in Malacca. Yeah, transfer. Cool. And it's also time for our next idea group. Boys, it's gotta be quantity, man. I was gonna go offensive. It's gotta be quantity. All right, so I'm annexing these subjects up here. This is actually a province that we don't want since it's not in India, so there we go. Cool. Truce with Jaunpur is up. My diplomats are broken since they went down from 4 to 3, but let's declare on Jaunpur. Apparently reconquest. Okay. Well, that was fairly simple. So let's take that and, I don't know, let's just start surrounding them, man. There we go. This is what we're gonna do. Cool. There's the peace deal with Jaunpur done. Now, as soon as my truce with Afghanistan is up, I'm actually going to go ahead and hit them. That's going to reset our truce with Jaunpur. And also, we need to lock down as much of this region as we can because Ottomans, obviously, they don't care about Egypt this campaign. No, they want to go to India. Why? Because the AI, as we all know, never targets the player. But, there we go. Unite West India, Perma-clan, Plema and Khorasan, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. Sorry, forgot about this one. Threaten war on Chagatai, and there it is. Alright, back to Burma. We're declaring on Prom, and I'm planning on full annexing them. However, it might be better to get Ava first here, man, and reconquer their extremely high-def provinces. Yeah, that is what I gotta do. Attack Mirror launch. It's pretty much the same. I can make Ayutthaya, then cancel Tributary on Prom, so we won't have a truce. Yeah, let's go in on this OPM Ava and vassalize them, man. Oh, cancel subject makes me have a truce too, dude. 15-year truce, god damn it, I keep forgetting. Okay, well, at least the Ava cores will be there. We can do someone like Lon 9 in the meantime, I guess. There's a vassalization on Ava, 35 freaking aggressive expansion for that, god damn. But with all of that jazz done, I'm going back over this way to fight Afghanistan. Maybe we can full annex these guys? No, we can't. It's 152, unless absolutism comes into play here, but yeah, let's go. Well, that's an unconditional right there. They're not full annexable, man. So we gotta do 2 wars versus these guys anyhow. I think I'll just do this. Yeah, there we go. Still, lots of aggressive expansion, man. And this is even making, like, the Ottomans mad, so it's getting tricky here, boys. We're just taking so little land, man. We're just taking so little land because the AI devs like crazy when they're small, and everything is, like, extremely high dev. Like, look at this. 12, 22, 26, 32, 31, 9, which is like the lowest dev one. But yeah, finally a border with the Ottomans, man. We're gonna have to fight them so much, it's not even funny. Hey, something I actually wanted coming my way. An alliance with the Commonwealth. Nice. Wait, my guy died? Okay. Yeah, obviously this. Alrighty, let's do Jaunpur since our truce is up. Whatever. I was gonna say quickest war of my life, but they've allied the Maldives. And I only got light ships. I just got conquest on France. Where? Oh, right here. Okay. I had to build up 20 boats for that, but the Maldives are out. What can we do with Jaunpur here? Of course, dude. Of course. What did I declare for? Bachreich. And that is where? There. Okay, so that's something we want to take. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. And the coalition that I've been fearing all this time has finally triggered. Ottomans are gonna join too. Okay, luckily these guys down here aren't that salty. I'm gonna go curtail the burgers here for the trade company stuff. Okay, truce with Prom is up, which means we need to reconquer Ava's cores. Yeah. Alright, cores back to Ava, everything else to me. Cool. We just gotta conquer like a couple of more provinces here, and we have all of Burma, which will give us further permanent claims on all of Indochina. And we already got claims down on Malaya, so I think really, man, Ayutthaya should be next. Just to take everything we can from them. See, this is what I didn't want to happen. These guys on this side joining the coalition as well. I got good allies, man, but it's Alright, another late diplo-vassalization on Muangfuang. And on Lanshang, which is kind of surprising, but this is some nice reconquest. In this case, we didn't have to do Muangfuang, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, some nice reconquest over here to be done. With that, even before that, actually, the coalition has this bandit, so we're in a pretty good position. Truce with Jaunpur is up in 59, so I think I'll hit them and full annex them. Probably, actually, we're gonna hit Afghanistan and co-belligerent Jaunpur. Yeah. And then we'll wrap this up, and it'll be like Transoxiana and the Ottomans here. We gotta take so much from the Ottomans. But they're fighting someone, Crete. And Russia. Interesting. Russia won't be able to put up a fight. They're too weak. I'm gonna send them actually a frickload of money here, even though we're rivaled. Maybe this will help them with Russia somehow, since we're swimming in ducats anyway, and we're not even doing anything. I'm gonna send them, like, all of my money. Yeah, that's about 212 mouse clicks right there. Well, they just conjured, like, 70k mercs. Not gonna be helpful when we fight Transoxiana. Here's another useful vassalization for when we fight Ayutthaya. So yeah, it's gonna have to be a reconquest first. Alright, truce with Jaunpur is up. Let's hit Afghanistan, co-belligerent Jaunpur. Colin Shun. See, I didn't realize Transoxiana is in this, but luckily, man, they're fighting Russia, so much for the guarantee. Yeah. There's Jaunpur out, though. We have all of India. This. There's a mission there, Unite Hindustan. Cool. Indian Empire, cool. Religious harmony, cool. And there goes Afghanistan. Full annex. Okay, Russia pushed into Transoxiana as well. Good thing they stopped just short of the Persia border, man. We gotta take out Transoxiana and Fars as fast as we can. Okay, going in on Ayutthaya primarily for reconquest, but I'll take some stuff if I can as well. So, yeah, cores back for Lanshang and Khmer. I'm gonna nab this from Lan Na just because it's in Burma. Gonna make Dali give this back to Lanshang because it's in Indochina. So there's all the cores back to Lanshang and to Khmer, and then I ideally wanna take everything that they have in Burma, and honestly, bruh, then some. Like this. Okay, cool. We've acquired all of Burma. There's that mission. That gives us a perma claim on all of Indochina as well. So we're going all the way till down here. Remember, boys, I said at the start, the reason I'm not going for these islands is because they are in a completely different state. The the Indian Ocean islands, which are kind of a weird area, if you ask me. So just not going for that or that. That's why the Maldives have been alive. That's why we don't care, you know. Next idea group time. I really don't know what would be beneficial here. We're already swimming in ducats, man. We're making so much money. Obviously, we could be making even more if we move around the trade setup, for example. But I'm satisfied with the money we're making. Admin, possibly, for the coring, but it's not like we're lacking admin points. GovCap would be good, I guess. Let's see. Ish. I don't know. Diplo. I do need more diplomats. And province war score cost would come in nicely. Yeah. Oh my god, dude. We got town halls. There it is. That's the game winner right there. Max absolutism. We're actually maxed out 73 right now, but what I'm gonna do then is take away the land rights here. Let's leave them with the points. Why not? And just spam these everywhere. Yeah, it's as simple as that. I got 50,000 ducats racked up, so it's time to click. All right, I put them down everywhere. Let's see how much it drops. Almost half. Not bad. All right, now what we need to do is enter a needlessly large war with Transoxiana just to take 1, 2, 3, 4 provinces from them because the Ottomans have pushed this way. So yeah, let's do that. I can call in the Commonwealth and Egypt. Might weaken the Ottoman. Wait, no, it's Russia that's in this. Okay, that actually wasn't bad at all. Okay, but now we got a full-on border with the Ottomans, man. So yeah. Let's core all these provinces up. I'm gonna build a full border wall of level 6 forts right here. In the meantime, we're gonna get involved with these guys, but yeah, we gotta start chipping away because we do need to do many wars with the Ottomans. Okay, now I'm gonna go in on Dai Viet with a little reconquest for Khmer right here, and I'm primarily gonna feed whatever else I can to Lan Shang, Wang Fan, and Khmer right here. Also make Ayutthaya end the alliance with Lan Na. Let's start our golden era here too. All right, so there's the Khmer cores back to Khmer. And then that top part to Lanshang. I'm gonna get the 6 books right here for 5 more minus years of separatism. All right, gonna go in on Lan Na now. Their provinces are deceptively high dev. Let's call in Shun for no reason, and then we're gonna get into it with the Ottomans and continue chipping away at Ayutthaya, Dai Viet, and some other guys here. And that's all I need from them. This actually isn't Shinan, so we don't need it. Nice. Okay, these guys now are fairly mad, but we'll lay off them for a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to prepare to fight the Ottomans and their ally to France. Well, isn't that just lovely? Oh my god. France isn't willing to defend? We gotta do it now, dude. I've turned this into an impregnable fortress. It's gonna be easy-ish to farm war score with this rather than imperialism, which we're about to get. Yeah, we gotta start chipping away at these guys. It's just, we need to max them out every time is the problem. And they're so freaking massive. They're actually involved in some kind of, I don't even know what they're involved. Ottoman Spoletini imperialist war. Wonderful. So yeah, Egypt will help. Commonwealth won't because they got a truce for 5 more years. I just checked. So let's go in for Chakhan Sur. That's what we're going to declare for. And we'll try and take as much as we can. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. You know, we've unlocked the counting house during this war, so can't let the economy suffer at any time. But yeah, as soon as I spam up a bunch of these buildings, man, which is effectively gonna increase our income by so much. I'm actually gonna show you what I've occupied here. In fact, we can probably, yeah, there we go. If I keep holding down W, you'll see where we're at. Basically, I'm taking it, you know, like moving it like a Hoi-4 front line, you know? So that southernmost army that you see right there near Hormuz, that one's probably gonna stay there the entire time to stop the Ottomans from coming in. Although, actually, it's only lights that I have. I was thinking about blockading the strait, but yeah, it's only lights. So, yeah, just continuing on slowly, man. Like I told you, moving like a Hoi-4 front line over here. These guys are gonna stay here the whole time, I think, because I can't let anyone come in from here. Hormuz is in, too. Realistically, we can actually take quite a lot here, which this will bring it down to probably like 3 wars versus the Ottomans. We still need 100% war score, man. And look how massive they are over here. We probably can't even get into the Balkans, so we'll probably have to settle with like 70 or 80% worth. Yeah, we'll probably have to settle with like something like this, you know? Which, don't get me wrong, I think still brings us to like 3 wars versus the Ottomans. So, all right, just unlocked province war score cost. My armies are significantly stronger. Egypt got pieced out, but not before helping me piece out Hormuz. Now I don't got anyone here because they don't got access. So yeah, my armies are way stronger. We're crushing them in battle. I'm running out of manpower though, and we're still only at 50% war score. However, I did just unlock flexible negotiator right there. So Yeah, this right here brings us down to 60. I don't think they'll give us that. Yeah, we can't get Hormuz without sieging it. I actually did upgrade my... no way, I'm beating 12 heavies with... Yeah, they actually got... they can move their boats around is what I'm trying to say. So, not getting Hormuz now. I guess we'll have to go for it later, but... Yeah, let's continue to chug along, man. The Commonwealth has also independently declared a war. We just rolled the Ottomans so hard, I even started pulling back troops to go back home, man. Excellent. It worked out really great with the Commonwealth declaring on them, too. Look, they're down to 19k, man. They're down to 19k. That's awesome. Yeah, still not willing to give up Hormuz. Okay, so we're just gonna continue taking stuff that's in Persia and Khorasan. Now, obviously, if we clear this up, I can sort of outline what we need to take right here, which is, yeah, pretty much it goes like that, I think. Actually, it's not that way, it's this way. So something like that, right? Is Persia? No, it's that right there, and then it goes like that, right? We can literally outline the Ottomans like this if we don't take Hormuz. Actually, that wouldn't be bad. It would prevent anyone else taking any land. You know, as much as I don't do border gore stuff like this, I'm gonna do it. There we go, 100% war score. Actually, no, that'll put me over 100. I don't want to do that. Let's do that. Okay, there's a peace deal with the Ottomans done. We've completely surrounded everything we need to take from them. Hey, who knows, man? I'm the only one that can give them access now. So we might get rebels popping up over here, or even the Commonwealth could make them release someone, although I doubt it. Okay, so massive truce with the Ottomans. Until then, we can go ahead and, yeah, go back to Ayutthaya and Daiviet. I can become an eco-hegemon. Do I want to become a mill one instead? No, probably not, right? It's just so easy to fight the Ottomans late game, man. Now look, Austria have declared. The thing is, the AI doesn't know that someone has to pull the trigger and attack them first so that everyone else can then attack them, right? Their armies, man. You know, they beat me once. It was like 150 of them versus one of my stacks, which is like, they beat me 2-1. But aside from that, man, when we were even-ish or I outnumber them, it was easy. So, yeah, I'm just waiting to finish coring. In fact, I think I did. So, yeah, Ayutthaya is up next. Well, as soon as I get some manpower. All right, let's go in on Ayutthaya, and I'll actually co-belligerent Daiviet here. For Phitsanulok. And there's the Age of Revolutions. All right, there was no point on the Daiviet co-belligerent because Wu has occupied them. That's 100% on Ayutthaya. Obviously, we're taking as much as we can over here. We can't full annex them. Okay, in that case, let's actually take this southern stuff down here so we can fight these guys down here. And I'll just go like this, and we'll take out the rest of them later. Yeah, Ottomans are just dying to everyone now, man. Look what Austria did. Now Russia's declared on them. Yeah, good thing I surrounded them like this. Really, Kedah is allied to Portugal? And then Pahang? And then Malacca allied to France. Annoying assholes. Okay, I'm building up a heavy fleet here. As soon as it's built up a little bit more, I'll hit these guys down south. Just wipe everyone out. Okay, I've annexed, Daiviet here. Okay. So, truce with the Ottomans is actually up. Let's go ahead and hit them. Egypt will help. Once again, not going imperialism because I'm not sure if I can get to there, especially with, well, I was gonna say Venice, but, yeah, let's declare for Zaranj. War is going great. Second to last Gov reform time. Could use the Gov cap or nah. Actually, we're good on Gov cap. Let's go with the +1 possible policies. Haven't done that one in a while. It's interesting that Granada's still alive here. Ottomans have just been hit by England and the Commonwealth. Wait, England? Yeah, the reason is because they keep getting they got already the Ottoman collapse events. They're done. And I'm taking max here once I'm able to, man. I'm not risking it. Let's just, you know, say for sure that there's one more war to be done. And there's an unconditional from the Ottomans. In fact, let's do something. Wait, we can take even more? Why? Maybe new tech? Okay, there we go. There's the peace out. One more war. I can't believe I gotta fight this mega Transluxiana for Isfahan, dude. But there's another mission. Into the west. Permaclaim on Persia. Yep, that's all I need. Okay, because we got a mega truce with the Ottomans, until then, we're gonna wipe out Daiviet, Ayutthaya, Kedah, and Malacca. Well, Egypt has just called me in versus Akkuyunlu, so... Who said EU4 isn't historically accurate? We beat their ass so bad, they became Turkey, bro. Commonwealth took Constantinople. Oh, I actually got Isfahan. I didn't even notice. Alright, next idea group time. Offensive. Alright, I've started annexing Khmer. Let's go ahead and hit Ayutthaya and co-belligerent Diviet here. Imperialism. See, why do the assholes Wu have to fight Dali every time I want to fight Diviet and I co-belligerent them? I don't get it. We're probably gonna see a Jam here. We can't separate peaceful annex Diviet. And there's Ayutthaya out. Finally. Okay, so we gotta annex Muangfan, or Diplo-annex Muangfan, there it is. Finish off Diviet. Now, as soon as this army is back up here, I'm gonna declare on Kedah, who is allied to Portugal. Alright, well, there's the deck on Kedah. It actually shouldn't be too bad because they have a lot of land elsewhere, so we won't need max war score. Their capital is here, right? Where is their capital? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so imperialism it is. I keep forgetting the Grand Palace of Bangkok is so nutty. We probably should have gone for it earlier. Well, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Well, actually, no, we aren't. What the hell? The riches of India. And we're done with Kedah. Excellent. Just one more war with Malacca here, who's allied to France. Obviously, this is not, you know, it isn't anything. I'm gonna go in on Malacca immediately. Their capital should be, yeah, it is right there. So imperialism once again. They're back to being the Ottomans, except with the Kuba mans. I've been recording this all day, man. I started at probably about 9:30 a.m. It's 4 minutes to 8 p.m. I didn't swap these around with Venice because I thought Venice was going to be shorter. I knew both of these were going to be equal length. I probably would have wrapped up the Roman Empire around now anyway. But I just couldn't do Venice twice in a row. I didn't have it in me. So that's why we did this Bharat one. I think a fitting end to our last campaign ever in India in EU4, man. You know what I'm thankful for? That I think we don't gotta play in maritime Southeast Asia anymore. All the boats, man. And that's a wrap on the Malay Peninsula. Excellent. Diviet, truce is up in just a couple of months. Let's finish them off, and then it's time for the final war. This is, I think, the first time since the start of the campaign that we've had no subjects. Okay, second to last war. Let's go. And there we go. Goodbye, Diviet. That's also to the South China Sea, some Navy tradition. All right, let's score these up, and then we'll hit the Ottomans, man. They haven't stopped being declared on, is the funny thing. And I don't give access to anyone, so no one can siege this. Nice economy, I gotta say. Most of it from production, obviously. Okay, everyone's pieced out the Ottomans. Let's go ahead and declare on them. Allied with France, guaranteed by Russia. You couldn't make this last war harder, could you assholes? You know, Russia actually wasn't all that hard to piece out. However, an army did walk over to France when it was on auto siege, and it got wiped by 300,000 Frenchmen, but there we go, man. That's the last thing we need to conquer, and that's our final war and our final ever campaign in India in EU4. Done. All right, let's unsiege this before it defects. There's Conquer Persia. Well, and there we go, folks. After about 10 hours and 300 years of playtime, I think that is a pretty good place to call this Vijayanagar to Bharat pretty grand campaign in A to Z. But yeah, man, there you go. Start off as Vijayanagar, man, one of the most powerful nations in India in EU4 at the start of the game, and one of the most powerful nations anywhere in the world. Our goal was, of course, to form Bharat and conquer everything from Persia down to the Malay Peninsula, which we did. Ended up number, well, because we don't have an institution, but we would be number 1 on the Great Powers list. Almost full economic hegemon right here. These are the government reforms in case you guys want to see. There are all the government reforms. Nothing to see right here. Level 3 advisors. Very nice income. Most of it coming in from production. 65% goods produced ahead of time in every single tech. Quality, influence, defensive, trade, quantity, diplo, offensive. Completed most of the, you know, Bharati missions and the Vijayanagar ones as well. These are all the policies and all the modifiers that we get from them. Still under gov cap, 0 unrest. Religion, we've been converting most of it to Hindu, even though this is a pretty tolerant playthrough. We still have, you know, enough modifiers to convert the Sunni stuff. This, of course, down here is trade companies, extremely 27% CAF compatibility, extremely powerful army all around, and we can have a huge one too. Very good generals, good discipline, good morale. Played heavily with subjects the entire campaign. These are the trade companies, as you guys saw. Estates loyal, above, you know, whatever percent crown land. You know, the buildings, man, no need to show it off because you guys just saw the economy. This is what the culture map mode looks like. I have converted a little when I was maxing out on Diplo points, and I have accepted a lot of cultures as well. This is the, you know, religious map mode. And yeah, if you guys made it to the end of the video, you saw what happened, man. No need for me to go through it. And I think that's all I have to say about that. Now, even though this is A to Z, I think I'll leave you off with the timeline right here, boys, because, you know, it's one of the longer and grander ones we've done, and the more we near the end, the more I start missing EU4 and A to Z, even though we're still playing it. So, if you guys don't care about the timeline, I do. So I'm gonna watch it. And there you have it, folks. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very happy to say that this campaign as Vijayanagar in A to Z has been a success. And that has been Vijayanagar, our final ever nation in India, and our second to last major nation ever in A to Z. Don't let me know in the comments below what I should do as Venice next time, because you guys already know I'm doing the Roman Empire for the final ever time in EU4. And yeah, that's it for me for now. See you next time.